This is wild. So it says it's creating the broadcast. So I guess because it's just like spinning, spinning, spinning.
It says we're live.
Okay,
So
now it says we're live. Okay, I see the live button up there. All right, everyone. And oh, I just hate these different views because now I can't see the comments. So if anyone's watching us right now, I see it says the one eyeball. Let us know. Drop a comment that you can see us. And it says not all room participants may be able to see.
don't you just love technology?
Oh my gosh. It's like the more we're trying to do it, the less it actually happens. I'm trying to think outside the box now. What else can we do to make sure you go live? Because have you okay, we got 6, 7 eyes.
Uh-huh.
If you're watching, you guys, please help me today. I'm having a rough day. Say something. Yes, okay. So Stacy, thank you. So it says, can you see Stacy's comment as well, Cassandra?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, awesome. Yay. Thank you. So thank you so much, Cassandra, for joining us here in this group. So a little bit about the group, about myself. We are, minority women, men. I mean, just really, we're a hodgepodge of people. Just needing to get information, good, solid information. And a common question that's come up is how do I get minority certifications? What are the benefits of minority certifications? And I think you and I've kind of been following each other for several years now.
Years. Yes.
And what's so I feel bad now because we're just down the street. And so
Right
I'm
around
gonna
the
do
corner.
better. I'm gonna do better. And but I wanted to invite you. I know this is your area of expertise. So I'm going to let you kind of take the floor, walk us through, the benefits. Like I said, we're a group of mainly truck logistics companies. So that's a big one, mostly minority women. So again, I'm going to give the platform on over to you.
So being certified minority is awesome, man. So I don't even know where. So this program has been around since the 1970s. It was enacted into law when President Reagan was in office. So in the 1980s, it finally got enacted as a law. So the program is called Minority/Women Business Enterprise. Minority/Women Business Enterprise. It's in just about every state in the United States and Puerto Rico. And it is a way for minorities and women to grow their business and be a part of the U.S. economy. So the federal government says that any agency and Fortune 500 company that participates must set aside 40% of all of their business to be given to certified minority and women-owned businesses. Now, there's also another one, veteran-owned business. So if you're a VBE or a veteran, so this is the same program. So that means that AT&T, Walmart, Pepsi, BNSF, we can keep going, Wells Fargo, Bank of America. It is so many companies out there that participate in the program that they must set aside 40% of all of their business to be given to certified MWBEs. And so what that means is once you get certified, it puts you in a position now to bid on those contracts. So with all of this systemic racism that's been going on since the pandemic, you have so many more companies that are participating, almost every hospital. So if you want to transport for hospitals, if you want to transport for colleges and school districts, you want to transport heavy equipment. Oh my God, there's so much money in transporting heavy equipment. Because right now, you look at what's happening right now, just like today. What is today? April 20th. Construction never stopped. When the pandemic hit, we went on shelter in. Construction never stopped. Construction is financed 5 years in advance. So that means that to move heavy equipment, to move material from point A to point B, if you move aggregate, dirt, dump truck, it is so much work out here. Look, if you look around anywhere in Texas, there's a crane. Like every freeway is under construction in the entire state of Texas.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Every downtown is under construction because of the sidewalk per ADA laws, right? They have to have those 6 grooves, right? Wheelchair with the little dip into it. So it is so much going on right now. So in order for you to gain access to those opportunities, the key is you have to be certified. And then there's another one for you truckers. So if you are in trucking, logistics, dispatching, you need what is called a disadvantaged business certification. Disadvantaged business is issued by the Department of Transportation. Where do truckers drive on? Highways and roads. But it's not just highway and roads. Being certified disadvantaged means that any contract over 1.25 million,
Wow.
or whenever federal dollars are on a project. So whenever federal dollars are used to fund the project. So don't just think highways and roads. Let me give an example. Cowboy Stadium. Cowboy Stadium got a $12 million TIF grant. Remember that, Lotta? They got a $12 million TIF grant. TIF grants are federal grants. It's a federal dollars. So that means that Jerry Jones must use 40% certified minority and women-owned businesses. The first 12% must be given to certified veteran, because whenever federal dollars are used, the first 12% goes to veterans. The rest of it goes to MWBE. So that is my playground. Did I answer?
Yes, yes, and especially that Department of Transportation, like you said, that's a niche in its niche. And I mean, so what is, kind of walk someone broadly through the steps, and let's talk about some myths. What are some common misconceptions?
So, well, let me tell you the requirements, and I'll talk about myths.
Okay.
So the requirements are that you must own at least 51% of the business. In order to become certified minority owned or woman owned or veteran, that minority, woman, or veteran must own at least 51%. No 50-50s, not in this one. Someone must own a majority. So it can be 60-40, 80-20, but at least 51%. You must operate the business at least 51% of the time. It doesn't matter if you work another job. We just have to show that you work for yourself at least 51% of the time. And then there's about 28 other documents that you have to provide. So you have to prove that you're a United States citizen, or you have a U.S. resident card.
Okay.
Right? And then if you do have partners, they're going to want tax returns, right? They want certificate of filing to make sure that you are a business. Right? All your corporate docs, they want to make sure you were born a minority or a woman. Right, so as I said on your birth certificate.
Interesting.
And then they want your EIN number, because we don't use Social Security in business, right?
Right.
And so everything is related to business. So those 28 documents, okay? So a lot of times you look on these websites, they go, oh, there's only 10 documents that I have to send. I could do it, but then they reject you because per the Federal Acquisition Regulation, there's 28 documents, and I know it's a headache because it's not on most agency sites. So if you go through us, we got them, but there's 28. Just get in your head the number 28. There's 28 pieces of paper you're gonna have to send. All right. Now, some of the myths that I hear, you say, well, I was born a minority. I don't have to identify that I'm a minority. Well, you do if you want to get access to contracts. So you will have to. Or another myth is, well, I bid on the contract and it was given to somebody's son because of nepotism. Have you heard of that one? So no. So let me give you a trick of the trade. If I bid on the contract and a lot of you bid on the contract, we met each other at the pre-bid meeting. Hey girl, how you doing? My name is Cassandra. Hey girl, it's me. So we met. So let's say that you won the contract and I didn't, I lost. So I can assume, well, you low bidded, you underbidded me. Or a lot of times I'll hear, oh, she must be related to somebody. You can go to jail for that. Right? Can't guarantee contracts. The number one way to find out why you won is to get a copy of your contract, your bid. It's called the abstract. You know how you go on a job interview and you don't know why you didn't get it? They just called you and said you didn't get it.
Mhm.
Well, in contracting, you can find out why you did not win. And a lot of times you would think it is something so big. It could be, I'm going to tell you, it could be something so minute. You're like, this is crazy. So when you're reading these RFPs, that's what they're called, requests for proposal. They're requesting you to submit a proposal. It will sound, it's written in federal language. It will say, Lotta, you shall respond on Monday, April 28th on white paper, 8.5 by 11 white. And you shall use a size 12 Arial font. You're like, well, I don't like Arial. I like Cambry, right? C-A-M-B-R-I. They don't want that. So you know what? You can lose a contract because you didn't use the right font.
Ain't follow
know,
directions.
that is so minute and crazy, right? But it is written by the federal government. All of this language comes from the federal government. So it's like military. They want you to follow the letter of the law. And it may say, you shall respond by 2 p.m. You're like, is that Central Standard or Eastern? They didn't say. I'm going to call them and ask them. Well, it'll also say, do not call John Jones at 214-817, whatever. You're like, well, his number's right there. But it'll tell you, do not call him. But you called. Well, why would you put your phone number there if you didn't want us to call?
True.
If you call, you'll lose the contract. I know.
Wow.
It doesn't make sense.
Wow.
So those are some of the things I hear, with somebody underbid it or they got the contract because of, and a lot of times that's not it. You can get the answer by getting what is called the abstract. That's what it's called. So if there is a 1-year contract and we both bid on the contract, guess what happens in 8 months? That contract comes open again. So I'm going to look at your contract and prepare mine just like yours because you won it last time.
Right,
so
right. I've heard about that. You can
say it's cheating, but it's legal. So it's called getting the abstract. So don't ever say that I didn't get a contract because or whatever your reasons. Maybe she did lowball and won it. She's not going to make any profit. So what do you care? If she lowballed and I didn't get the contract, guess what? She's not going to make a profit because I have profit embedded into my bid.
Okay.
So she may go belly up in a year. I don't know. So, you have to. And then another one is a truth. You can walk into any city office, county, school district, and ask for a contract under $25,000. You don't have to bid against anybody.
You can ask for.
Just ask for it.
By being certified. Hey.
Once you're certified, you can walk in and ask for anything under $25,000.
That's crazy.
I got so many contracts I just asked for it.
Wow.
It's under $25,000. You said, well, $25,000 is not a lot of money. Well, we live in North Texas. There are 362 cities in North Texas. If I went to 362 cities and asked for a $25,000 contract, isn't that over $9 million? I'll wait until y'all do the math.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, so if I went
that's just here.
If I went to 26 counties, there's 26 counties just in North Texas. If I went to 26 county offices, because I have my hub certification, I don't know if I talked about that one. Did I talk about hub?
No.
Oh my God, that's a great one. But if I went to 26 offices and asked for a contract with any county office, that's over. Well, y'all do the math. 26 times 25. I don't know. It's money. More than what you had yesterday.
Right. Just for asking.
But I didn't bid against anybody. I didn't have to put together a proposal. I didn't have to get my executive summary and find out who my key personnel. And the last one I'll tell you is this. The way you win a contract is you have to read the RFP, people. And in trucking and transportation, they're about 300 pages long.
Ooh, wow.
It's not bathroom reading your foot to go to sleep. I tried it. So you have, and I have to print mine off still. And I've been doing this for 20 years and I still have to print mine off. But I'll tell you this, when you're reading these RFPs, I'll tell you this: scope of work plus requirements equal capacity. Scope of work plus requirements equal capacity. You'll hear people say, do you have the capacity to bid? So it may say, we want you to haul jelly beans from Dallas to Fort Worth in a reefer.
Mm-hmm.
You say I can do that? I can do that all day long. I can. How many jelly beans y'all got? I can take some jelly beans, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it may say you're gonna have to have 10 trucks, and you must own 10 trucks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have 10 trucks.
Mm-hmm.
You have the capacity, right? You can do scope of work, but now your capacity looks bad. Or it
Right.
may say you only need 1 truck. You said, well, I got 1 truck. I
Mm-hmm.
got the 1 truck. It may say you have to carry $10 million in liability insurance. Hold
Right.
up. That's a lot of money I'm putting out of my pocket before I even know if I'm going to win this contract.
Mm-hmm.
So it may not be something. Now you don't have the capacity.
Mm. Okay.
So another thing, it may say, hey, you have to have 10 trucks, but you don't have to own them. You just have to have 10 trucks and with a sign, with your company sign on the side. You say, I can get some magnetic signs, right? We
Right.
can go to Vistaprint and get that, right? But it may say you have to have 3 months worth of payroll sitting in an account.
Oh. Okay.
You can do the scope, but
But you don't
now,
have the
okay.
capacity.
Or another thing it could say, if you got to have 10 trucks. You said, well, I got 2. I know somebody else with 8, right? So what you're
Mm-hmm.
going to do, you're going to team together, not joint venture. You're going to create a teaming agreement that says your company and my company are coming together for this one bid, not all things business. And you're going to create a teaming agreement.
Mm-hmm.
And that teaming agreement needs to say, right, that you're going to team together for this contract. That's how you win contracts. And the RFP will probably say, send us the executive summary of you and your key personnel that qualifies to bid. What that means is if you are certified and the person that the company that you're teaming with is also a certified minority, that could be 60% of the bid.
Oh,
Because you
wow.
got to get to 100 on the scorecard. That's already 60%. He's like, man, that's 60%. If I'm certified, now Hispanics got this 100%. Black people, we waiver.
Hmm.
So if you and the company that you're teaming with are both certified minority owned, right? So that could be 60% of trying to get to 100% to win. The other 20% could be that you met the requirements. So you had the insurance. And the other 20% could be just your bid. So it's not always somebody low bid it.
Mm-hmm.
It could be you had a team together and everybody on your team held a minority certification.
That's key right there because like you said, coming together, everyone being certified, you can definitely do more. And I mean, the percentage, a little percentage of more is better than a big percentage of nothing. So yes,
And
definitely.
it's great because when you're looking, especially in trucking and transportation, a lot of times we don't have a fleet of trucks. That means we're going to have to team together with somebody that we trust because we do business with people that we know, like, and trust.
Mm-hmm.
So you say, well, I may not know her, but you better get to know them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? You may
Right.
not like them, but do they do legal business?
Can they help you
Okay.
get to where you need to get to as
So
well?
then you got to trust them. Well, if I'm going to carry that contract, you're going to name me as an insured on your policy
Mm-hmm.
in case you run off the road sleepy or something.
Right.
Right? So now I'm protected.
Hmm.
The other day we're doing business. We're going after this $1 million contract, girl.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the pros and cons. It's great. It's a great program. I'm telling you, there are so many. Pepsi got some really good contracts out right now to haul Gatorade and Powerade and
And that's
all
what I
those
was hearing, the
aids.
whole Gatorade things.
Another good one out there is Takis over in Carrollton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, them little purple bag chips. I don't
That
have
kids
my
just die for it.
yeah,
Yeah.
my little baby is 27. So yeah. So you start looking at how many warehouses are here in Texas.
Mm-hmm. Alone. Yes.
Yeah. If you say I just want to stay in Texas, find out. And then, get your certification and then you leverage that certification. Go, hey, I can help you meet your minority participation requirement because I'm certified.
So what would say of those 28 documents would be the most complex document that you need to have, and probably something someone just starting out might have a challenge of getting?
Tax returns. I
Tax
don't know
return.
why people don't pay taxes.
Hmm.
I hear this every day. Well, I didn't make any money last year, so I didn't file taxes.
Still gotta file them.
You still have to file taxes whether you make money or not in
Hmm.
business. And if it was your first year, you probably would get all of your upfront money back. So you know that $308.10 you paid to the Secretary of State, you probably get all that back.
Hmm.
But you didn't file, so you don't get it back. Now you're gonna get a fine and a penalty because you didn't file the year before. So there goes that money, right?
Right.
So
The tax
a lot of
return.
times, our very first year when we're in business and we didn't do anything with the LLC or our C corps, what you do is break even, or you
Hmm.
claim a loss. You can claim a loss for 5 years. People, I'm not a CPA. I'm just letting you know, but you can write all of that off.
Hmm.
This is when you got to start keeping receipts. And so that would have been a write-off for you. You probably would have either claimed a loss or broke even, and you probably would have got some money back.
So kind of with that same thing being said, would seeking certification be something after your first year? You'd have to wait for a full year?
You can get your LLC today and call me tomorrow. Long
Oh,
as you can show on a resume that you have experience, you're good.
very interesting, you guys. Make sure you're
Doesn't matter
asking
what you do.
questions. Make sure you're asking questions. You see, she does. This is what she does. I tell you, this is what she does. Next question on there. You mentioned dispatchers. You know, dispatchers can be certified as well. What categories and stuff would they be like? What services can a dispatcher offer on that contractual level?
Dispatching.
So you can just do dispatching
Mm-hmm.
for the government?
It's not just government. You got Fortune 500 companies. You don't forget. You got
Okay.
Pepsi. You got Toyota. You got You got DFW airports. You got every airport. Just
Hmm.
Redbird Airport. Whatever airport that got some cargo moving
Hmm.
that you can dispatch on. I mean, there are so many opportunities. It's just don't just think government. Think this is me. I want to. What Fortune 500 company do I want to do business with? 7-Eleven. And if you follow me on Facebook, you know that 7-Eleven sponsors my entrepreneurial conference I do every year.
Hmm.
So 7-Eleven, they franchise more to Black women than any other franchise
Did not know
organization.
that. Oh wow. Okay.
And they're right in Irving.
Right.
Oh
Did
my
not know
God.
about the
So what you
franchise
would
part.
do is call 7-Eleven and ask to speak to purchasing. You tell them I am a certified minority owned or certified woman owned business. And we know you love women owned businesses. And I can help you meet your minority participation requirement because they have to meet that 40% goal. Where do
Hmm.
I sign up? Because I need some work. I got a truck and it's got some gas in it and we're ready to go.
Hmm. Well, you hear that, you guys, and I mean, wow. Like I said, my mind's blown because then you start thinking, why haven't I done this yet? Why haven't I done this yet? And so what of the 28 documents, as you said, is something that you're going to go over the list. Kind of explain what needs to be done by the person versus what you do and offer.
So once you become a client, we send you the checklist, or we can send you checklists now.
Okay.
So in order for us to complete your applications for you, we have to have all those documents. And one document sometimes lead into something else. So it could be 28 documents, it could be 40. Now,
Hmm.
because as of 2019 or is it 18, every state now, if you file your LLC with your spouse, you have to do a marital agreement. So as you
Oh,
know,
wow.
you don't have to file articles with the Secretary of State anymore, but you do have to have an operating agreement. And within that operating agreement, in any state in America, if you file your LLC with your spouse, you have to have a marital agreement. It was always this way for veterans. But now, as of 2019, as of 2019, you have to have a marital agreement. So when we get your documents, we may go in there and go, oh, this is a husband and wife team. Okay, so now we're going to need a marital agreement. We'll create it for you because we're just going to abide by the laws in the state of Texas or whatever state we're in, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to the disbursement of property,
Mm-hmm.
right, or
Okay.
the division of property. So
Right.
you have to sign it. That's common. You know, we wouldn't see that coming until we got your documents, right?
Okay.
Another
Right.
thing we'll see is, oh no, I'm 60%, and this has happened with white males where they've made their wives 60%
Mhm.
owners, or 51%, and then when you look at their K1 on their tax return, it said 50-50. You got to
Mm.
change it. Can't be 50-50. So there are some things that we can do on the back end. Now we charge for that, but we can change a lot of stuff so it can read 60-40 or 51-49.
Hmm.
But sometimes we don't see things until we actually start getting your paperwork. Like, another thing
Mhm.
that's required is your resume.
Okay.
So let's say you still work a job, right? You can still
Mhm.
work a job. We just have to prove you work for yourself 51%. So we have to do what is called a letter of other employment to show that you work for yourself 51%, but you still work 40 hours for somebody else. So that means you're working all night. So that's just something that when we
That's
do
gonna
that
add.
for you,
Mhm.
because we'll see it, and sometimes we won't see it until we get your W-2s. And then,
Okay.
or we'll look at your resume. You say, well, I still work for Kentucky Fried Chicken. Well, that's fine. We don't
Mhm.
care, but now we have to create another document. So there goes 28. Now we're at 29, and
Got
now
it.
there's just something else for you to sign. So those are
There, there's some questions and kind of doing a reset. Just go back and reintroduce yourself. Tell us about the certifications that you are, specialize in, the ones that you highly recommend. I know it becomes a list of them. And that next follow-up question on that too is, are any of them kind of like, once you've got those 28 plus documents, can you now apply for the very next type of certification? Do
You
they
can
kind of,
apply for all of them at the same time. That's what I would suggest. It's way too
okay.
many documents to submit to do one at a time.
Ah,
So
okay.
even though they may go to 3 or 4 different agencies and we
Hmm.
act as your liaison, if you're going to send in 28 it's a lot of paper.
Right.
Then let's just submit to all the agencies. And then whatever set asides they have that meets your NAICS codes, let's apply for them. Let's bid on them.
Okay. Okay. So I'll let you reintroduce yourself. Tell them who you
So
are,
I'm
what you do.
Cassandra Bradford. I'm with Genesis Preferred Solutions. We are certification experts. We can prepare certification documents in 40 of the 50 states. We
Okay.
can find contracts in all 50 states, including Puerto Rico and Canada. So that's where a lot of people know us from. We can also get you your authorities. We do a lot with our guys in construction to get now, as of January 1st in Texas, all of our contractors have to be licensed.
Hmm.
Didn't used to be before. And so we also do a lot of teaming. So if you're one of our clients, let's say, and you want to get access to some opportunities as one of our clients, we know a lot of guys in construction, especially that have major construction contracts here. We may say, hey, we need somebody to move heavy equipment. We get calls all the time. Who do you know that can move heavy equipment? Or who do you know that can move aggregate from point A to point B? That's also certified, because they have to meet an MWBE participation requirement as well. And so we're MWBE coordinators. hmm Oh, what are some of the names of the certifications?
Hmm.
Minority, MWB, a minority business enterprise, that's your minority certification, MBE. Your woman business enterprise, that's woman owned. You can get your disadvantaged business enterprise, DBE,
Hmm.
right? That's issued by the Department of Transportation. Texas and South Carolina are the only 2 states that have HUB,
Hub.
historically underutilized business certification, not HUB zones, because we don't have disadvantaged neighborhoods in
Okay.
Texas, because they say all of our neighborhoods are integrated. So we have what are called hub businesses. So
Oh, wow.
Texas and South Carolina are the only 2 states that have hub certification. They're smaller contracts issued by any county office, school district, or college.
Hmm.
So then you have your veteran certification. So if you're a veteran, or that veteran owns at least 51%, you can be veteran owned or service disabled veteran. And those certifications are very cumbersome, but we do those too. Now, the only ones we do not do are 8A. 8A certifications are federal contracts. You have to have a GSA schedule, which
Hmm.
the circles in my head don't go all the way around, but yeah.
Okay.
And we don't do 8A, but we can always refer you to someone that does.
Wow. Wow. And Marcia, did she answer your question? She's saying that her husband's disabled vet, and I think I added him as a 10% owner of the LLC. Should I be considered minority or women minority and a veteran company?
Nope. That you can be minority and woman owned, but you cannot be veteran. That veteran must own at least 51%.
The service member themselves. There's no grace for spouses in that arena.
No,
Okay.
no. So whoever is the 51% owner, whatever, if it's a woman or a minority or a vet, that's who controls. Okay.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. Any other questions, you guys? I mean, like I said, this is what you asked for. This is the information that I constantly was saying. How do you get on here? How do you get these contracts? I mean, even better than what we were seeing with load boards. You guys, load boards are the leftovers. I'm just going to say it like that. Load boards are the leftovers. You are paying to look at other people's leftovers. These are the ones that they're just like, you know what? I didn't have anyone else that could do this for me. Let me kind of put it out there. And I'm going to make all these people call me. I'm going to, you're spinning your wheels if you're relying solely on load boards. Not saying that there's not some needs that can be met, but let's elevate. And, Cassandra's showing you how. Get certified. Get certified. So tell us, how can we reach out to you?
So you can always reach out to me at my website, iamdrcass.com. That's the easiest one. It's going to port over to genesispreferred.com. My office number is 1-800-718-2425. You can reach me there. My local number is 682-252-7229. But iamdrcass.com, iamcass.com is the easiest way. You'll see my website. And I have a whole team. So it's not just me here. I have 4 other junior consultants here. So we
Awesome,
love it.
awesome.
This is what we do.
I was gonna say this lady here, she's the one. Tell us in closing too, your event coming up, the Run Conference.
The Run Conference, yes, our 9th year. This
Oh
is for
wow.
entrepreneurs all across America. We're at the new Texas Rangers Globe Life Field. I am so excited. This is our how-to conference. Everything is how-to. So if you come in just to get encouraged, this is just not your conference. We're about execution. So it's how to start a construction company, how to start a trucking company, how to scale, how to be a coach, how to be a speaker, everything is how-to. We have 28 phenomenal speakers. Even if you have a teen that wants to start his or her own business, we have partnered with President Barack Obama's program, My Brother's Keepers or My Sister Keepers. And so we're going to we have space for 300. So far, we have 216 youth that have registered. We have vendor tables available. We have the whole lower level of the Texas Rangers Globe Life Field. Our speakers are speaking on home plate. So I'm excited. I'm honored
Oh, wow.
that we were chosen by Texas Rangers to partner with. Right now, we're still hoping. We got our fingers crossed that Magic Johnson will be there. As you guys know,
Oh,
Magic
wow.
Johnson bought out Sodexo. So if you want to
Love it.
transport for Sodexo, it's called Sodexo Magic. They're out of Fort Worth, Texas.
Wow. Look at these gems, you
They're
guys.
like a
Because
beanie keep.
I'm just like,
So
what?
yeah, so I'm
Okay.
excited. So we're just hoping and praying that Magic will be there. We do have some other celebrities, a whole bunch of football and NFL players, how to get in the NFL if your kids want to get in there, right? How to get on the retired NFL players board, which I'm on that. So it's a lot. So if you want to come, it's runconference.org is the website. Run
Mhm.
Conference, runconference.org. Love to see you guys there.
Yes,
Oh
yes.
yeah.
So contact information will also be shared. Like I said, I'm still learning how to do this little room thing, so I didn't see anywhere of where you can type back. But I'm gonna go back, revisit this. We're gonna capture this on the YouTube page. Dr. Cass, thank you so much for your time, your energy.
Sure.
Always, I'm always so impressed. I think that was really how I first found you all them years ago. I was watching some of your videos. I'm like, oh, she's a fireball, and then you just can't like not pay attention to her after that.
Well,
And
I
you're
have
just
a
like,
gift. Can I give out a gift?
yes.
So for you, for having me on, I do have some free tickets to Run Conference. They're normally $315 a piece. I can give 10 without getting in trouble.
Whoa.
So you let me know if you
Whoa.
got 10 people.
Yes.
I'll need name, addresses, phone numbers, and we will get you over the 10 tickets and you can get them out to your people.
Thank you. Thank you
Okay?
so. Oh my gosh. Look.
Let me write this
Oh
down
my
before I
God.
get in
Look.
trouble.
Look.
I have a board. 10 tickets,
10. 10.
promise to, okay.
You want me
I
to
got it.
email you? What's the best
Yeah,
way to give you
so
that
you
list?
email me
Mhm.
your 10 people. We'll email you a code that you can get in.
Okay.
All
What's
right.
your email one more time?
Cassandra,
Please.
Cassandra at
Mhm.
Genesis, Genesis, preferred, PREFERRED.com. Send it to that one. That's the one I look
All
at the most.
right. I've got it. Look. Are you guys? I see some hands. I see some hands. So thank you so much for that gift.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You guys, it's here in Texas. If you haven't been out, it's wow. That's really all you can say. It's huge. It's air conditioned, right? We'll be on the inside.
Yeah, they're gonna have it's gonna be in July. They're gonna have the roof closed, and guess what? We're gonna have procurement there with
Oh,
contracts.
wow.
So far
Wow.
we have AT&T. We have almost every county that's gonna be there. Pepsi, Toyota. So if you guys are looking for a contract and you're certified,
And you're
they'll be
certified.
doing contract matching. So
So the time frame, because I think someone else had said if you're already women owned and this DWS, I'm sorry, it went up. If you're already certified, we'll go back and look at that. What's the MBA? What's the difference with MBE? I'm sorry, it's kind of going up as someone's
what's the
saying
difference
something.
between an MBE and a
MBE and WOSB and
so okay.
DWOSB. Hmm.
So WSB is your self-certification. They're getting ready to do away with that at the end of the year because it doesn't even meet the federal acquisition regulation. But while you got it, try and use it. Every agency, city government agency, does not accept a WOSB, but most Fortune 500 companies will. So that use it use it. Even if you bid and don't win, it's just like a job interview. Use it.
Okay.
Okay, use it.
So on your website too, it's going to be the intake process. I mean, what's the like when we reach out
So
to
if
you?
you want
What's
to
the
get
expectation there?
certified,
Mhm.
I would suggest you call my office and set up a 15-minute conversation because, not everyone may want every certification. And so if we do your certification, it's 625. If you want all of them, it's 950. Because
Okay.
it doesn't, we already got your documents. It's just different applications going to different
What we're
agencies.
saying. Okay.
So, some people may say, well, I'm in professional services. I don't want a DBE. DBE sounds like it's more for construction. It kind of leans, because trucking is in construction services, just so you know.
Okay.
It leans towards construction services. I don't know. I'm a black hairstylist, which is a lot of contracts with the juvenile. If you do black hair, there's a lot of contracts out for people that do black hair.
Oh wow.
And so you may not want to be DBE. You want to be MBE or MWBE
Hmm.
or even
Okay.
HUB, because Tarrant County has their contract is only for 1 year and it's coming up again in September.
Okay.
So I have clients in Louisville, Kentucky that do black hair. And so it's crazy. So you got juvenile facility, you got the Bureau of Prisons that will give
Hmm.
out a contract to do black hair. Is a lot. So call us and just tell us what kind of, so you'll get either me or one of my consultants will ask you what kind of business, and then we'll kind of make a recommendation if you don't want all of them. I have all of them
Hmm.
because I bid everywhere on all
Okay.
kind of stuff. So
Okay. And lastly, and you were talking about that process. So someone who again is just thinking this out, they contact you. What is a realistic time frame of getting
so
some of this done?
so once you get us all of your documents and you get the call and says, hey, it's time for you to sign. Once you sign, that's when the clock starts. You get your hub certification in 45 days. You're a minority,
Okay.
you're women, and your disadvantage can take anywhere from 90 to 120 days. The great thing about, well, you say, well, that's a long time, but you get a temporary number so you can still bid.
Hmm.
Okay?
And this
So
is the
you
time to
don't
do
carry
so,
on.
like you said, right before.
It is.
Yeah,
It is
this is the
now.
time, you
It's the
guys.
perfect time. If you guys, especially before it get cold, you guys know that as truckers, you don't want to be on the road while it's cold, but you want to make sure you got your shed full of business,
Hmm.
right? So even if, Texas, we don't get a lot of ice. Every now and again, we get black ice. But you want to make sure that you got a year contract or a 2-year contract full. If you do fracking is huge here in Texas. Why? Because we're the biggest state for oil. So I don't know. Sky's
You
the limit.
guys, hopefully you got the things going, and we are reach out to me, to Cassandra. We're gonna help fill this house, and so proud of you. I just gotta say that too. So proud
Thank
of
you.
you. Just I know it's your energy that's really attracting all these blessings and stuff your way. So love it, love it. Thank you again for your
All
time.
right.
Any other questions as we are
Oh my
closing
God.
up? Any other questions? So we started having, like, everyone was getting excited, right? Because I think you really helped mystify this.
I
You
hope
made
so.
it to where it was that big, oh, everybody needs it, but no one's showing you why. No one's showing you how. No one's even giving you that next step. And so, like I said, she has a team that puts it together for you. You're going to be, involved, of course, but she will walk you all the way through this. It's
Yeah, we're
not.
gonna do it for you. Only thing we're gonna ask for the documents.
Oh wow, they do it
We do
for.
it for you.
So I'll share Monica her information again with Genesis Preferred, and we'll make sure everyone is able to connect directly to you. Thank you again for your time
Thank
and
you.
your energy, and you guys, thank you for tuning in. I know it's the middle of the day and everything, but hopefully this is of benefit. We're gonna keep bringing this live content, valuable content. So please stay tuned. All
Don't
right
forget,
then.
give me your list, 15 people,
Yeah,
and the
look.
tickets are all yours.
I got it. I got it. Look, you put me to work. You'll have it here by the end of the day.
All right.
But
Thank you
I'm going
guys.
to do it. Thank you again. Thank you.
Bye-bye.